Good everyone, welcome to the NTV and you're watching NTV News at 9:30, your source for exclusive news and entertainment. This is Pranita bringing you to the top stories from India and around the world, and the time is exactly 9:30. Thousands of passengers nationwide are experiencing travel disruption due to the operational problem affecting India, India's largest domestic airline. On Monday, 562 Indigo flights were cancelled. In past week, over 4,700 flights have been cancelled. Affected by the cancellation, in response, Union Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu acknowledged that Indigo operates more than 2,200 flights. Delhi and sought to step are be taken to resolve the issue. He also confirmed that refund totaling 745 crore have been issued for approximately 7.5 lakh tickets cancelled between December 1 and December 8. Minister Naidu highlighted the increasing demand for the air travel in India, stating that at least 5 major airlines are needed to meet this demand. Consequently, a decision has been made to relocate some of Indigo flights lot to other airlines. This action by the central government is in response to Indigo operational shortcomings. The Ministry of Civil Aviation will convene a review meeting today with senior officials from all airlines to address the widespread operational disruption experienced with Indigo. This meeting followed discussion on Monday evening between Minister Ram Mohan Naidu and senior ministry officials. National media report indicate that the review aimed to prevent the reoccurrence of similar operational series. In his latest statement released Monday night, Indigo reported it has refunded 827 crore for cancellation of December 15 and noted a 90% on-time performance across this network.
Yes, things are almost back to normal. Airlines been performing. In fact, the operations have been very smooth. Indigo has flown more than 1800 flights today, which is almost normal. And all the other airlines like Akasa, Air India Express, Air India, SpiceJet, they have flown their full capacity. So things are getting back to normal as I see today. Yes. In fact, worst perhaps in my opinion was 4th and 5th of December, and thereafter things we swung into action. We coordinated at various tiers, regular meetings, many meetings actually, with senior management of Indigo. And also we coordinated with the airports, airport directors, both PPP and Airport Authority of India airports. And now I think things are almost normal. This was a major concern. In fact, this was one major complaint. But in fact, I had come to see the baggage operation also. We just saw that. And 90% of the baggage is already reached, and we've been sending, in fact the airlines been sending baggage to the respective passengers' addresses. I feel that within the next 24 hours or so, all the luggage will be there at the passengers.
Passengers safely paramount and no airline is exempt from the law, stated the Minister Union. Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu is set for brief the House on the Indigo situation. This follows a statement in Rajya Sabha, where he emphasized that passengers' safety would not be compromised. Minister Naidu highlighted the robust civil aviation requirements designed to safeguard passengers experiencing delay and cancellations. He further warned that airlines falling to adhere to safety and passenger welfare regulation would face strict action. The minister related to the government dedication to encouraging greater competition and consumer-friendly practices within India expanding aviation industry. Earlier on Monday, the Lok Sabha engaged in discussion on Vande Mataram, initiated by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. With cross-participation, Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu repeated the airport operations are currently normal and under the ministry close supervision. He confirmed that a so-cause notice has been issued. The stringent action will be taken under the aircraft rule. The ministry stated that the airline will not be permitted to cause passengers distress through planning deficiency, non-compliance or a failure to uphold statutory provisions.
As I rise to speak today, I would like to inform this august House that the disruption caused by Indigo's recent operational failures is now rapidly stabilizing. Indigo's daily flights, which had fallen drastically to 706 on 5th of December, have recovered to over 1800 flights yesterday and are expected to rise further today. All other airlines continue to operate smoothly across the country, and the airports are reporting normal conditions without crowding or distress. Refunds, baggage tracing, and passenger support measures remain under continuous supervision by the ministry. At the same time, accountability will be ensured. DGCA has issued show-cause notices to IndiGo's senior leadership and commenced a detailed enforcement investigation. Depending on the outcome, strict and appropriate action, as empowered under the Aircraft Rules and Act, will be taken. No airline, however large, will be permitted to cause such hardship to passengers through planning failures, non-compliance, or non-adherence to statutory provisions. Honorable Speaker, sir, safety in civil aviation is completely non-negotiable. India is a founding member of the International Civil Aviation Organization and remains firmly committed to the highest global standards of safety.
Delhi air quality has been some improvement, moving from the very poor and severe categories to the poor bracket on Tuesday. The Central Pollution Control Board data indicates the overall air quality index of 292. Despite this improvement, 7 out of city 39 monitoring stations will be recorded air quality index level above 300. However, the most stations showed the better regarding compared to the last week. Anand Bihar remain in the very poor category with an air quality index of 319. Bhavana registered the Delhi highest air quality index at 342, while the Indira Gandhi International Airport recorded at the lowest at 215. On Monday, 24-hour average air quality index at 4 p.m. was 314, a slight decrease from the Sunday 308, but still with the very poor range. Morning readings on Monday showed a air quality index of 318. The Central Pollution Control Board Samirap reported that the 27 stations were in very poor category and the 11 in the poor category on Monday morning, with no evening updates available. Looking ahead, the India Meteorological Department forecasts partly cloudy skies for today, with surface wind speeds between 15 to 25 km per hour. Temperature expected to range from the low from 9 degrees Celsius to high of 24 degrees Celsius. Yesterday Monday, the IMD recorded a maximum temperature of 26.3 degrees Celsius, which is 1.5 degree below normal, and a minimum temperature of 8.7 degrees Celsius, 0.9 degree below average. Relative humidity was 84% in the morning and 52% in the evening. President Donald Trump has signaled a possibility of new tariff agriculture imports, specially mentioning India rice and Canadian fertilizer. This comes as the trade negotiations with the both nations are experiencing delay. Speaking at a White House meeting on Monday, President Trump linked this potential tariff recently announced $12 billion aid package for American farmers. He stated that these imports are creating difficulties from domestic producers, and reaffirmed his commitment to resolving the issue. The president indicated he would take care of Indian rice, which he alleged being dumped into the US. He noted that American farmers have expressed concern regarding declining the rice prices, asserting the import from countries including India, Thailand, Vietnam, and the negatively impacting their own harvest.
That's solved so quickly with tariffs to these countries that are illegally shipping. It's solved. Your problem is solved in one day. That's why we have to win the Supreme Court case. In one day, that problem's solved. It's so unfair. They go out of business. They put everyone out of business. That's what they did to our car industry. We lost more than 50% of our car industry because of that. We lost our chip industry. It went to Taiwan because of that. If you had a president that said, no, you can't do that, it's 100% or 200% tariff on chips if you make them outside of the United States, we would have never lost our chip industry. But we're going to have 40 or 50% of it back very shortly because they're all coming in now from Taiwan. They're building chip companies. But it's the same thing with rice. Thank you, darling, very much.
Thank
really
you.
Nice. It'll be good. We'll get it solved very quickly. We just need the countries. We just give us the names of the countries.
Yeah.
Tariffs,
They
again,
own the
it
largest
solves the
brand.
problem in 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've bought the largest brands at retail too, right? So they have an incentive to subsidize their products so that they can keep it on
Yeah,
shelf.
who did that?
The Indians own them.
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
बेटा?
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं।
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो,
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर।
बिल्कुल डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. Paramount owner Skydance, led by the David Wilson, son of tech billionaire Larry Wilson, has made a significant move. On Monday, Skydance launched a $108 billion hostile bid of acquire Warner Bros. Discovery surprising Netflix earlier $82.7 billion offer. This proposed all-cash deal from Paramount encompasses Warner Bros. Discovery entire operation, including establishment, cable television, and news network. The stand is contracts to Netflix offer, with the focus solely in the film, studio streaming and services. Paramount offer is expected to value the media conglomerate at 30% share, providing $18 billion more in cash than the Netflix proposal. The aggressive bid is not Paramount's first step to acquire Warner Bros. David Wilson has reportedly made the last 6 proposals over the first 12 weeks during a private bidding process. However, these were previously rejected by the Warner Bros. Discovery Board, citing concern about potential excessive media constructions. Paramount's latest all-cash offer is being made in conjunction with Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and the several Middle Eastern sovereign wealth funds. The Wilson family and the Redbird Capital committed to backstone of $40 billion equity in capital record. Reported from the Financial Times indicated that funding will also be provided by Sovereign Wealth Fund and the Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi and the Qatar, as well as Kushner Affinity Partners.
Should they be allowed to buy Warner Brothers? Should Netflix?
Well, that's the question. They have a very big market share. And when they have Warner Brothers, that share goes up a lot. So I don't know. That's going to be for some economists to tell. And also, and I'll be involved in that decision. But it is a big market share. There's no question about it.
Yeah, look, first and foremost, Lorna, it blows the door open with regards to how the deal will be going forward, because it does mean that instead of going through the board, this hostile taker circumnavigates that. It goes past it and actually goes straight to shareholders. And as you've been reporting, it's a 45 Aussie dollar per share offer. That's why it's hostile. And it is different in the fact that it is actually a full cash suite offer. Netflix is doing a combination of cash and equity. Not only that, they're not buying all of the whole Warner Brothers Discovery assets. They're buying about 75% of it. They do not want the cable assets, whereas Paramount wants to get the whole thing. They say that's a cleaner, better option. It means they don't have to divide the whole company up. That's all well and good, but there is still so much other to play out. And already you've seen that Warner Brothers' response this morning has been muted. They basically said, don't respond to anything to shareholders directly. And Netflix hasn't even actually put out a statement. So there is a long way to go in what looks like being a pretty messy affair now.
Reports indicate that United States forces stationed by the Kiryat Gat facility, responsible for monitoring the Gaza ceasefire, have accused their Israeli counterparts of the extensive surveillance. The Israel Defense Force have dismissed this allegation as absurd. A report published Monday in The Guardian, citing anonymous source, claim Israel force have been regularly recording meetings both openly and covertly with the Civil Military Coordination Center. The alleged practices reportedly caused concern among the US and the allied nation with personnel at the base in southern Israel. So suggests this Israel intelligence gathering at the CMCC, which includes representatives from the numerous countries and the organizations, prompted the US commander of the base, Lieutenant General Pratik Frank, to meet with Israeli counterpart. During this meeting, General Frank reportedly stated the recording has to stop. The reporting further stated that some of Israeli allies have advised their personnel and the compound to refrain from sharing sensitive information due to the concern it could be collected and exploited. The IDF declined the comment on General Frank's alleged demand to The Guardian, emphasizing the discussion with the CMCC are not classified. In the statement, newspaper, the Israeli military said IDF documents and summarized meeting in which is present through protocols. As any professional organization of this nature does, is transparent and agreed upon manner. The IDF added the claim had IDF is gathering intelligence partner in meeting which is IDF is an active participant is observed. Indian cricket team captain Surya Kumar Yadav and coach Gautam Gambhir visited to Sri Mandir in Puri today. The player were in Puri on Tuesday to offer prayer at Sri Jagannath temple before upcoming match against South Africa. 4 members of Indian squad travelled to the holy town this morning. This included head coach Gautam Gambhir of the captain Surya Kumar Yadav, who visited to seek the blessing of Lord Jagannath ahead of the fixture. The cricketers were escorted to temple under tight security. The Puri district administration had made extensive security arrangement. Police personnel were deployed in the around the temple premises and ensured the prayers. Smooth passage. The Puri superintendent of police, Puri collector were present during the visit.
परिसर रे मध्य एक्स्ट्रा फोर्स आम तरफ डिप्लॉयमेंट कराइला जेतु तंकरा बहुत फैंस आज क्रिकेट मैच मध्य अच्छी तो प्रोटेक्शन सहित आम भीतर को दर्शन करने नहीं जाई पार्लु कैप्टन आसते और कोच सहित अन्य प्लेयर्स एंड टीम मेंबर्स आसी और जो मंदिर प्रशासन और सेवायत बंधु नहीं जाइए दर्शन कराई पूर्ण भाव संगे दर्शन करी फेरी और भलरे दर्शन करी पब्लिक समस्ते बहुत भल भाव में कोऑपरेट हमको कले.
Odisha MLAs and ministers are said to receive a hike in their salary and pensions, as the Assembly is scheduled to table a bill today. The Odisha Legislative Assembly will consider a government bill today proposing increase in salary allowances and the pension for the current or former legislator. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Mukesh Mahaling is expected to introduce the legislation today. According to information provided to the House, the draft bill outlines revisions to salary components for serving members and insurance allowances tied to their official duties. It is also purposes higher pension provision for former MLA. Assembly listen indicate the legislation concerning salary allowances and pension for all this category is the key price of government business scheduled for the presentations. Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका,
हाँ बेटा,
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं.
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है. अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए.
सच?
वो देखो.
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर?
बिल्कुल. डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं. ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना. और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं. एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार.
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा.
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को.
Digital India. Power to empower.
Welcome once again. Paul Thomas Anderson film One Battle After Another has secured a most nomination for the upcoming 2025 Golden Globe Award with the total of 9 nods. This achievement bolstered the film standing as an Oscar favorite and marks a significant win for Warner Bros., especially in light of Netflix's recent acquisitions. Announced Monday from Beverly Hills, California, One Battle After Another received a nomination for ensemble cast including Leo DiCaprio, DiCaprio, Tina Taylor and the Sean Penn and the Chase Elliott. The film has also recognition for Paul Thomas Anderson and the screenplay directing. It is connecting in the Golden Globes comedy and the musical category. India is set to face South Africa in the opening T20 International of their series evening at Katak Barawadi Stadium. The match is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. Sources indicate that the Shubham Gill and Rohit Sharma are likely to open the inning of India. This marked the second instance of international cricket returning to the Barawadi Stadium with a year, following a recent Test series defeat and ODI series victory on their current tour. India aimed to regain dominance in T20 format. Team management has also signaled the focus on a consistent strategy rather than the implementing significant squad isolation. The Odisha Cricket Association is reportedly working toward the ensuring an error-free match. Odisha is said to experiencing an intense cold wave for the next 3 days, with temperature dipping below 10 degrees Celsius at least in 11 cities. The state is currently grappling with the significant drop in temperatures and force-laden wind affecting towns, villages and hilly regions. Kandhamal district, often referred to Odisha, Kashmir, recorded the lowest temperature with the mercury falling below 5 degrees Celsius. Residents across the Odisha have been enduring bone-chilling conditions for several days as the cold wave persists. The Bhubaneswar Meteorological Center predicts this intense cold will continue for another 3 days. Under the impact of cold wave, the minimum night temperature has dropped below 10 degrees Celsius in a minimum of 11 cities. Especially Jivadagiri in Kandhamal district registered a minimum temperature of 4.3 degrees Celsius. North Interior Odisha is experiencing night temperature 5 to 6 degrees below normal, with South Coastal Odisha is seeing temperatures 3 to 4 degrees below normal. Cold dry air blowing from the northwest is expected to sustain the cold wave across Odisha. The Meteorological Department has issued a cold wave warning for 3 districts today: Sundargarh, Anugal and the Jharsuguda. The Regional Meteorological Department anticipates cold have conditions to persist until the 20th of next month. Streets have been observed to be largely deserted each morning, with residents often staying indoors due to the severe cold and dense fog. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates.